Hi everybody, I'm back for part 2. And now we are going to do ribbons. And I just want to point out that this mat, this wreath is on, is 24 inches wide. And so this wreath is 24 inches wide. Okay. We have a sign. I'm going to do this ribbon. And I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to do some of this ribbon with that. We also have some candy canes to go on here. So we're going to get going on the ribbon now. It really doesn't take too long to do these ribbon tails. The most time consuming thing, in my opinion, is winding them onto, excuse me, the board. Here it is. Got to get my 12-inch one. And then cutting them and dovetailing them. So, everybody see here, I use the 10-inch side to hold it. I get it going 1, 2. That's my third tail, my fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Okay, so now I have 18 feet of ribbon. I'm going to slip my really good scissors in here, cut that end. All right, and then I'll slide that out. Just remember, we have 18 points of contact to tie these into. All right, I'll dovetail them in just a moment. I do have more. This one was already open. It's 10 yards. I have another whole roll of that. So not a problem. I have another wreath like this to make. I'll probably make that one off camera later. I need to get some of these projects cleared and off of this work table so I can do more of my grapevines. Those things get really messy really fast. I actually recommend, if you're going to make a grapevine wreath, take that thing outside and shake it really good against something. Get all the loose stuff off of it. And then maybe even do your trimming outside. They're just messy. Okay, there's my third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and that's it. I almost kept going. Sometimes I do larger wreaths. I usually don't make them bigger than this because it's so hard to do anything with them. But like my cardinal wreath is bigger and it had 24 points of contact. And I do have a couple of those frames still. And so sometimes I forget, oh yeah, I'm not making it that big today. 18 is as high as I need to go. Well, I'll put the pin in it a little bit. Oh, hopefully I won't forget it's there. Okay, and we're gonna slide these scissors in, and these are really good sharp scissors. That's important when you're doing this stuff. Your tools are gonna be super important. You want to take good care of that. All right, now when you're doing ribbon tails, there's no real right or wrong way to do this, to be honest. You can use 2.5 inch wide with a 1.5 inch. You can use 2.5 inch with 2.5 inch. You can use 1.5 and 1.5. You can do any width that you feel like doing. I felt like doing mine the same. So I do like to dovetail them before I put them on though. So I'm going to grab a handful. I don't do them all at once because it's too much. You're going to double it. So if you doubled 18, you'd have 36 layers to cut through. But I have some trash right below me in a box, so those went into the trash nicely. And I'm going to go ahead, fold it over, you know, kind of like a taco. And then you're going to go at that angle, about 45 degrees or so, and just cut straight through. And you're dovetailed. We're going to do this until these are all done. It'll only take a few minutes. And then I can show you how I add them onto the project. I'm going to kind of make sure your ends are all even here. So when you dovetail it, it won't be too weird. Need them even. Okay. You're going to have different words showing on them. If I can't get these all in one. That would be an average of about 6 at a time. These scissors can really cut through things. They are so sharp and they're adjustable. They came with a hex to adjust them. They are made by Extreme Edge Carbo Blouse, I guess is the brand on there. I can't. If I take my glasses off, can I see it? Yes, this has been a weird thing for me since 1877. So this company's been making scissors since 1877. I think they know what they're doing. I have these lovely glasses with progressive bifocals. And lately, I can't see anything up close. This is funny to tell on myself. I haven't gotten my eye exams like I'm supposed to. And I've been having to take my glasses off to see things up close lately. My husband keeps saying, well, maybe your eyes are getting better. And I'm thinking to myself, I've worn glasses since I was 9 years old. They've never gotten better. I don't know what's going on though. It's been kind of weird lately. Okay, so I'm going to get this done and then we will throw these together and we'll see how gorgeous it is. I'm really loving this. I love how sparkly and that it's got the blue in it. It's not just the red and white. It really ties things together. A lot of this helped inspire my color palette for Christmas this year. And I'm really excited for some of the stuff I have coming up. Okay. We just have a few left to cut here and we're done. Dovetail it. There are only 3 here. All right. Now, if I was making the bigger 16-inch one that has like 24, I would probably make like 14-inch long tails for it as well, instead of 12-inch like I do on this one. All you need to do now is take one of each You're going to scrunch it in the center like this. And then you're going to take the other one and you're going to do the same thing and scrunch it just like that. And you're going to lay them both into each one of your stems like this, facing out toward you. And it's going to go all the way around. And I put that around there 2 times. Okay, so I will hold it where you can see that a little better. I'm going to go all the way around to every point. There's 18, 17 to go. It helps if you turn it the way you need the stems before you get to it, just like so. And since I started with this blue on the bottom, I will keep doing that, but it's going to be fanning out. That's the other thing. By doing this the way I'm doing it, you see both of these ribbons pretty much equally. You see how I'm alternating that before I tie it in? Okay. I really do like the way that's looking. All roads lead home at Christmas. Okay. Well, for some people they do, I guess. Not everyone. But it's a great sentiment. I like it. Okay. Here we go again. And I just like crisscross them like an X, and because of the wire, I'm able to shape it where I want it to go. Pull it down so it's not like crumpled up or anything. And then you're ready to twist it in. Give it a couple good twists. Okay, moving right along. I just think that the red and the blues in this really go together really well with the sign and the candy canes. I like it. All right, this one has it on there really well. All roads lead home for Christmas. And I kind of cut off the MAS part, but that's okay. Now, when I'm done, I'll look at my ribbons and stuff and decide where I want the top of this to be. And it will probably depend on how the words are laying and stuff in different areas, what I want to do. Two twists. Now, if you don't feel like you're able to do both ribbons at the same time like I'm doing, it is perfectly okay to do this. Take one, scrunch it, put it in here, do one twist. Take your other one, scrunch it, put it in, and do one twist. Just kind of stagger them a little bit when you do that so that you can see both of them. And it's the same thing, you know? Not really any different. You can't tell that you did it different. Look. see? Started on them. We're going to keep going. We've got a lot to fill. And yeah, I would probably, if it was me, I would never put more than 2 in at one time. I mean, I've had some wreaths that had like 3 different ribbons in them, and you definitely don't want to put more than 2 at once. It's really hard to get them in there good, because you want them to show up. It's not about, covering things or hiding things. This is part of the decoration. So I would only do 2 at a time. And then if I was going to do anything different on this one, it would be something really thin. Not anything to cover these ribbons. I think that they're plenty for this. I even considered only doing the one with the candy cane stripes, but I decided against that. Okay. Moving on. We're making good speed here. 2 of those. So it's getting a little bit later in the day. I have to tell you, I do not sleep well at night lately, and so I may work a little bit later this evening, but that's okay. You can watch these for 30 days whenever you want. I'm probably going to go ahead and start doing more on YouTube so that it can be there longer for everyone. And then I'll just share it to Facebook for people to see what's there, and that way they'll know where to go to see our videos. Because Daniel, he's got things too that he can share, and I'll probably have to tape him when he does it, because he doesn't really use technology that much. And we've both been going to work about 10 hours a week outside of home, and I sit in the car and manage messages and navigation while he runs in and out, and we do deliveries and stuff, and that's been good for us, just to get out for a while, because we really haven't gotten out much since COVID hit. And with my autoimmune problems and my immunotherapy, my doctors didn't want him to go back into the office, and we finally said, let's do what works for us. So we found something that works for us, and we've been doing that every week, and it's cut into a lot. But like this week, we decided it was such a nice week weather-wise, and we have things we really want to get done while it's nice. Well, he built us a queen-size headboard today, and so now I'm going to need to stain it and finish it so we can get it in the bedroom. And he put it on the back deck so that I can just walk out there and take care of that. And I got to thinking, and I thought, oh wow, I've got some other things I need to paint out here on the back deck too, some little projects. And so, and they're, Christmas things. So I'll probably be out on the deck some this week, doing some stuff before Friday. When I get that headboard done, I'll be sure to share a photo. I'll take a photo of it the way it is now, and then I'll post it all so you can see how it ends up. But he basically just used pallets to make it. We went really rustic with it. And I'm probably going to mix some different stains that I have. We have some beautiful bedroom furniture, and I'm not even going to try to make it match that. That's not even on my goal. We have some pictures, though, in our bedroom that have this kind of weathered gray look on them. And I thought, so on the inside, I'm going to go with this on the bottom, my bottom ribbon. And I'm going to put this one on the top on the inside. You probably won't even be able to notice. We're going to have a sign in the middle somewhere. We're going to have candy canes going on. And I want to alternate that a little bit. 2 twists. We're good. And then we have 5 more sets of ribbons, guys. So anyhow, what I was saying is we've got these large, they're like ocean scenes from Daniel's business when he had his own business and own office. And they're on the wall in our bedroom. And I thought, it would be really fun if I could try to make the headboard look like those weathered frames. They're kind of a grayish, light gray. And so I'm going to mix. I do have gray and I have white. We'll see how I can do. I don't know, guys. I really don't. I've redone some stuff, but nothing quite like this. So I'm not sure what to expect. The big thing is our bed, the head of it is right by the window, and we want to open the window at night, but our puppies go nuts. I call them puppies or Yorkies. They go nuts because we have the bus stop right outside our bedroom window, and they stop out there like 3 different times during the day. So if our bedroom window's open, they're going to be there sitting and waiting just so they can see all those kids coming, And I don't want them sitting there and messing with the window or going through the window. I don't know. I worry. Once a mom, always a mom, right? Even if it's your fur babies, I guess. And we have like a mesh baby gate that we put across there, but it doesn't stop them from sticking their noses through there even when the window's closed. And then you got this bright light coming in at you. And like I said, I really don't sleep well at night. Sometimes, well, I'm always up at 5 a.m. taking my 5 o'clock in the morning medication. I have such a stringent routine, and I don't have my watch on right now telling me it's time to take your medication, Kim. But it does it like 4 times a day. And so everything has to be spaced out just so and everything. And it's almost more than I want to deal with at times. And coming from a nurse, that's kind of sad. But anyhow. I like it to be dark. We just got some new masks that we can wear over our eyes. Because believe it or not, Oliver, he sleeps on the pillow right above my head all the time. Got my oxygen on and everything. And he's really careful, but when he feels like it's time for me to get up, he will start like clawing and pawing at me and licking my eyes if I don't have a mask on. And I don't enjoy that. I don't know who would. So anyhow, having a headboard was something we wanted to do. So Brett, our youngest son, and his wife, they found some pallets. We used one of them to make a shelf here in our craft room to hold paint and things that we use all the time above another table that we work at. And we used the rest to make a headboard. Daniel's worked on it for a few days, and he showed it to me tonight. I put it back there where I can get to it, and I don't have to go up and down steps to do anything with it. Okay, so here we have ribbons all around. And you'll get a better look of this when I get done. Okay, now I need to look at it for just a second. I kind of like it like this, the way I'm looking at it right now. So I'm gonna take my sign, and I want to tell you guys, I don't just use hot glue on this, and this isn't how I'm doing these anymore. I did this quite a while back, months ago, but I put some hot glue with Gorilla Glue and let it cure for 24 hours, so I know these aren't going to come undone. They have a pipe cleaner on each side, and it's red. So when I put it through there, there's red on the back. It's going to be fun to find, but I will find it. I just have to decide where I want it to go. And you always want these signs to just sit on top of your wreath. Don't ever try to push them down in there. Okay, let me find a spot. Oh, I found a place right here to bring that through. Not anything to attach to on that side. I wonder if that's going to be far enough. I'm not attaching it yet. I'm letting it sit there while I look at this. I have enough of these for 2 wreaths. I've got 2 packs. I think this needs to go further over. Yeah, for sure. Oh, let's take the tag off. That'll help. And yeah, I'm going to need that on the side, so that can be over on that side, I think, honestly. My ribbon tail flipped on itself. All right. So now that I have an idea what I want to do with it, maybe even a pie. I don't think I'm going to need a bow on here. There's so much going on. I think sometimes you just gotta realize you got plenty going on already. There's a hole. Finding a place to take it through is 9/10 of it. All right. Huh. Now what do I want to? Oh, here we go. Wrap it around. And these chenille stems, just wrap them in the back around something. Make sure they're not going to come undone. Really all you need to do. Make sure your sign's floating on top and it's not like shoved down. You don't want to do that. Okay, the other one is right here. And it's going to go over this way. And I'll show you the back here in a minute. I will be covering the back with white felt after I'm done. I may do that tomorrow and do the other wreath tomorrow because I am kind of tired, to be honest. Okay. Now, these great big stems that are sticking out, because they are so big, I'm going to bend them down on each other, and they're going to just kind of be like an added bonus sparkly decoration here with the ribbons. I don't want anyone to get poked by anything, and they're really kind of fluffy and they're pretty, so why not? It looks kind of like a little ball in the middle of each set of the ribbons, and it works great. Yeah, I love it. Let me make sure I got this one under the sign. Okay, keep going this way. That's bent down. That's bent down. Kind of see it a little bit. I like the effect. Looking forward to my Jack Frost wreath that I'm going to be making soon. I have a little metal Jack Frost to go in it. Cute. Got it last year after the holidays. Everything was on sale. Okay. Say last year, but I should say this year, much earlier in the year. Okay. Yeah, these are just sticking out, and if you don't turn them in, they really are strong and wiry, and I would not want anyone to get poked by that. We turn it in on itself. Tips are all headed into the ribbon and toward the back of the wreath, and they look like little glittery balls in the middle of your ribbon tails. I like it. There's one under the sign, so let me get that one. Okay. Now we should be good. Should be golden. So, I don't know what that pop-up is. There we go. Now I need to decide where to place my candy canes. And you know, you could go with a wreath like this, just with a sign and a bow over here, but I'm going for the candy canes. And this is where I really need to decide, do I want to do them individually or do I want to do it as a grouping? And it's a hard choice. I think, let me get my nippers, hold it for just a second. There. Wow, that does not want to cut through there. These are really strong wire cutters too. Try again. Maybe if I bend it back and forth. I don't want to give up. Okay, well, bug on it. I'm gonna have to nip everything apart here where I can nip it. This one's really on there tight. Still trying to get this one. Has the longest stem. Maybe if I nip up closer to it, it'll go through. I, 'cause, 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 ' I'm not good with stuff like this. I usually have to have my husband help me. Hands are pretty weak. And I've already gotten 2 of them and just does not want to go through this. Oh, I'm getting it. Look away, I've got a cough. Okay. Just about there. Getting through there. Okay. Put those wire cutters over there. Now, how am I gonna put it on? I don't know yet. This has got a piece that goes down that I can run through. That one doesn't bother me so much. Like, ooh. Put it over here. These two, I feel like it really needs something in here. And then maybe over here. Okay, so I do have a cheat. When I said I don't do the hot glue and the Gorilla Glue anymore for my signs, I got this thing from Amazon. Where did I set it though? Hold on. It's right over here on the table. I know it is. I had it earlier today. Yep. Here it is. Okay. Well, just knocked down a plastic hanger. That's no big deal. These are made by 3M, and you just stick them on like you do any of their little sticky things, and then you can run either zip ties or pipe cleaner through it, and it should hold these wherever I want them to go. And I think I am going to use the pipe cleaners because I don't think the zip ties are going to be long enough. Pretty sure I don't have that long of a zip tie anymore. So that in there. Okay. I think one is going to be enough to hold it. So I'm going back here and getting some white zip ties that won't show up so much. Not zip ties, pipe cleaners. People, I'm getting tired. You can tell. My brain's like checked out. Okay. So I'm going to pull this up. A pipe cleaner goes right through there. See how easy that was? And I'm going to go ahead right here and just twist it right there. Now, what I'm going to do, because there is a piece here that I can push into mesh to anchor the bottom. And I did that, and I liked the way it looked. I'm going to push that down. Then I'm going to push the pipe cleaner through to hold it to the wreath. Because you don't want it like, okay, let's get it straightened out here a little bit. There we go. Yeah, you want them to just be kind of whimsically in there. You don't want a real pattern to it. At least I don't. I'm winding this around the frame in the back. And then I'll do the other two. And when it's finished, I will hang it up so everyone can see. Okay. Let's do this one in the opposite direction. This one's going to go up high. This one, yeah, down like that. Okay. Let's do that up high one. It needs to be down about there. I have a really good amount here that I can poke through the mesh. It's got wire here. It's just like a floral pick. It's wired and covered with paper. So not hard to attach. You just need more than one point of contact, and that's what this is for. Now I need to decide where I want to push this one. Probably into the wire here. And then I'm going to turn this way so I can decide how I want to bring that through. And these are made out of foam, and they have actual ribbons going through them. I think the best route for it is going to be right in here. Probably. Make sure that wire gets into that mesh really well. I don't want it coming out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, and then we're going to wrap this white stem in the back around the frame. What we've been doing. We have one more candy cane to place. Now this is about a candy company, so I could put a couple other things on here that are about candy if I felt like it. I'm kind of thinking about it, but I want to get this all together first and see, what does it look like. But I do have some other picks that are candy, and they're red and white stripe. Okay, this one, I'm thinking over here, like at an angle, more of an angle than other things are going. I could do it there. Yeah, that's kind of cute there. You're giving it more depth too right now. I like that. I'm putting these down a little bit lower maybe than you would think, but remember there's a wire on the end making contact with mesh going through it. So this is just that added security that it's not going to come off. And I'm going to turn it this way. And we are going to go, I think we're going to go straight through that mesh right there. Down through the red mesh. Yeah, come on, it'll go through. Where are you? It's here, I know it is. Okay, got it. So I'm really happy with the way these little 3M tabs are working. I guess you can use them to organize cables and stuff too, but they came with some zip ties for each one, and I decided instead of having to do the hot glue and the Gorilla Glue and have it cure for 24 hours every time I want to put something on, I would do this. And so it works well for me. Okay, we've got our candy canes on there. And let me look at one thing here. Oh, I've got ribbon pieces all over the place. I missed the trash. Okay. I have this pick also. And it has candy on it. If you look at it, there's like more than one element in the pics. So I could put something like that maybe up here. I need to hide elements. It's always an issue when you're making things. You want to hide all of your mechanics. So I'm going to look at this, and I'm able to get quite a bit of wire with that. The candy canes, they're all wrapped up, and it's a lot harder to do. I kind of like that. What do you guys think? Turn it this way maybe. Let me see where it's at in the back here. I can't really tell. Okay, I've got a hold of it from the back. This is where I kind of need it hanging up on the wall or something, because yeah, I don't want it sunken down in there. This is part of my problem here. So maybe, okay, I got an idea. Another 2 points of connection thing. It needs it for stability, or it's going to be turning and moving. Right on the opposite side from the wire. And we'll put a pipe cleaner through, twist it so it's attached well. And here we go. Got the white pipe cleaner. I just want to stab the red mesh with my candy there. That sounds terrible. I stabbed the mesh. Okay, and that is going to be right in front of some mechanics on one of those candy canes. The one with the longest stem, it's covering that. And I wrapped it around my wreath. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay, I think I'm ready to hang it up. So I'm going to take a pipe cleaner. I'll show you how I do this. Fold it in half like that. So it's like a V. Then take these ends, fold them up. So it's kind of like a W. You see that? Okay. And I'll be able to put the back on later, and it won't be an issue completely. The important thing is getting it centered right now. Okay, sign. Slide that over a bit. Boy, I've got it right where I tied off earlier. Boy, I should have paid closer attention to that. So let's see if that's going to be in a good spot or not to hang. Let me put it on the wall. Oh, I think so. Yeah, I like this. This is really cute. Okay, I'm getting the phone so everyone can see it. And there's the finished wreath. I have another one to make just like it, or very similar. I mean, there's no way to make it exactly like that, but it'll be very similar. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see y'all soon.